For centuries, women's achievements were ignored or credited to men. History books focused on kings and generals, but that's only half the story. Today, we're pulling back the curtain to reveal the women whose courage and genius changed the world. These are not just stories of famous women, they're proof of the power of the human spirit. Let's celebrate their journeys and recognize the inspiration they offer us all. Understanding their struggles helps us see our own potential. This isn't just about history, it's about what we can achieve right now. Let's begin. Marie Curie entered a world where women were barred from science, but she refused to accept those limits. Working in a makeshift lab, she and Pierre Curie discovered polonium and radium, pioneering research on radioactivity, a term she coined. The Nobel Committee nearly overlooked her, but Pierre insisted on her recognition, making her the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. After Pierre's death, Marie became the Sorbonne's first female professor and won a second Nobel, this time in chemistry. She remains the only person to win Nobel Prizes in 2 sciences. Marie Curie's legacy is not just in her discoveries but in her relentless pursuit of truth against all odds. She proved a woman's mind could change the world. Her story reminds us, challenge the status quo and brilliance will shine through. She didn't just change science, she changed what was possible. Marie Curie's life is a beacon for anyone who dares to dream. Her spirit endures in every breakthrough that follows. In 1955, Montgomery, Alabama, Rosa Parks' refusal to give up her bus seat wasn't just about fatigue. It was a stand against injustice. A lifelong activist and NAACP secretary, Rosa's act was a deliberate, courageous choice. Her arrest sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, a 381-day protest that united a community and changed a nation. Men, women, and children walked for miles, enduring hardship for dignity. The boycott propelled Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to prominence and proved the power of nonviolent protest. Rosa's quiet resolve became a catalyst for the civil rights movement. She showed that true strength is sometimes silent but unyielding. Rosa Parks is called the mother of the freedom movement for good reason. Her legacy teaches us that one person's courage can ignite change. You don't have to be loud to be powerful. Sometimes the bravest thing is simply to hold your ground. Rosa's story is a lesson in dignity and determination. Her seat on that bus changed history. Malala Yousafzai grew up in Pakistan's Swat Valley, where the Taliban banned girls from school. At 11, Malala began blogging for the BBC, risking her life to defend girls' right to education. Her courage made her a target. She was shot by the Taliban at age 15. But Malala survived, and her voice only grew stronger. She addressed the United Nations declaring that fear and hopelessness had died, replaced by strength and courage. Malala co-founded the Malala Fund, championing education for girls worldwide. At 17, she became the youngest Nobel Peace Prize laureate. Her journey, from a schoolgirl to a global icon, shows the power of one voice. Malala proves that age is no barrier to making a difference. A pen and a book can change the world. Her light, once threatened, now inspires millions. Malala's fight for education is a fight for humanity's future. In the 1800s, Ada Lovelace saw a future no one else imagined. Pushed toward mathematics, she met Charles Babbage and envisioned his analytical engine as more than a calculator. Translating an article, Ada added notes that became the world's first computer program. She predicted machines could create music and art, foreseeing the digital age. Her genius was overlooked for decades, but today she's celebrated as the first computer programmer. Ada's story shows that innovation is about seeing possibilities others miss. She bridged imagination and logic, art and science. Ada Lovelace reminds us, the future belongs to those who dare to dream beyond the obvious. Her vision laid the foundation for modern computing. She truly was the enchantress of numbers. Mother Teresa's life was a testament to compassion. Leaving her convent, she served the poorest in Calcutta, founding the Missionaries of Charity. With little but faith and love, she cared for the sick, dying, and unwanted. Her mission to offer dignity and kindness to those forgotten by society. She opened homes, orphanages, and clinics, building hope where there was none. Mother Teresa believed in small acts done with great love. In 1979, she received the Nobel Peace Prize but remained humble and devoted. Her focus was always on the person in need, not on accolades. She challenged us to see the suffering of others and respond with compassion. The greatest poverty, she said, is feeling unloved. Her legacy is a call to serve with love. Amelia Earhart soared where few dared, breaking barriers in the sky. In a male-dominated field, she became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. Battling storms and fatigue, she proved courage knows no gender. Amelia used her fame to champion women's rights and inspire others to pursue their dreams. She designed clothing, wrote books, and encouraged women to break free from traditional roles. Her mysterious disappearance only adds to her legend. What matters is how she lived, boldly, fearlessly, and with purpose. Amelia Earhart taught us to aim high and never let fear ground our ambitions. Her legacy is one of adventure and possibility. She showed the world that the sky is not the limit. Frida Kahlo transformed pain into art. After a devastating accident, she painted self-portraits that revealed her suffering and strength. Her work explored identity, culture, and gender, embracing her Mexican heritage and challenging beauty standards. Frida's art was raw, honest, and revolutionary. Her tumultuous life and love for Diego Rivera fueled her creativity. Once known as Rivera's wife, Frida is now a global icon of resilience and authenticity. She taught us to find power in our wounds and beauty in our truth. Frida's legacy inspires self-acceptance and courage. She painted her reality, giving others permission to embrace theirs. Her spirit lives on in every bold brushstroke. Harriet Tubman risked everything for freedom. Born into slavery, she escaped and then returned again and again, guiding over 70 people to safety via the Underground Railroad. Called Moses, she never lost a single passenger. Her faith and courage were unbreakable, even as she faced danger and betrayal. During the Civil War, she served as a nurse, scout, and the first woman to lead an armed expedition, freeing hundreds more. After the war, she fought for women's suffrage. Harriet Tubman's life is a testament to the power of one person's determination. She showed that true heroism is measured by the lives we lift up. Her story is one of faith, bravery, and relentless pursuit of justice. Tubman's legacy is freedom itself. She remains one of history's greatest liberators. Cleopatra ruled Egypt with intelligence and strategy, not just beauty. She was the first of her dynasty to learn Egyptian, earning her people's loyalty. Facing Roman power, she formed alliances with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony to protect her kingdom. Cleopatra was a patron of the arts and sciences, making Alexandria a center of culture. Her political maneuvers were calculated efforts to preserve Egypt's independence. Ultimately, her defeat by Rome ended her reign, but not her legend. Cleopatra's story is one of power, intellect, and resilience. She was more than a seductress. She was a formidable ruler. Her legacy endures as a symbol of female leadership. Cleopatra's name echoes through history for a reason. Susan B. Anthony fought for women's right to vote with unwavering resolve. Raised in a Quaker family, she believed in equality from the start. Realizing that political power was key, she dedicated her life to suffrage. Alongside Elizabeth Cady Stanton, she organized, spoke, and faced ridicule and arrest. In 1872, she boldly voted illegally, was arrested, and turned her trial into a rallying cry for justice. She never saw victory in her lifetime, but her efforts paved the way for the 19th Amendment. The amendment is often called the Susan B. Anthony Amendment in her honor. Her life teaches us that the most important battles are fought for future generations. Susan B. Anthony's perseverance changed the course of history. She proved that justice is worth every sacrifice. Her legacy is a reminder, never give up on what's right. She was an unstoppable force for equality. Her fight continues to inspire. These women, Curie, Parks, Malala, Lovelace, Tubman, and more, are proof of the power of the human spirit. Their courage shaped history and lights the way forward. Their stories are a roadmap for our future. Now it's our turn to carry the torch. What will your contribution be? If you're inspired, join our community and help share these stories. By learning from the women who changed history, we empower ourselves to change the world today.